Okay, so today we have the all-new Infinix Zero 30 5G, and when I first read the specs, I was like, okay, another phone under 30,000. Because see, this has 144Hz 10-bit 3D curved AMOLED display. Wow, names. 108 megapixel OIS triple camera, 4K 60 FPS selfie video, Dimensity 8020. Now these are very solid specs, and usually you get this with phones around 30,000 rupees. But then I saw the price and I was like, alright, how did they do it? Because this Infinix Zero 30 5G starts at 21,999 rupees, and now at that price, these are great specs. So now the question that needs to be asked is, how is Infinix giving these specs at this price, and is it a good value for money phone? Well, we shall find that out together. Let's get the ball rolling. Now the first thing that you will notice with this phone is the design. So the variant that we have is, you have this really nice vegan leather finish. The in-hand feel of this phone is very nice, like premium. Now you do get polycarbonate frame, and it has this golden finish. Plus it's slim, so when you hold it, it makes you feel that the overall phone is even slimmer. And it comes with IP53 rating, so it can handle raindrops and splashes of water. Just don't go swimming with it. So on the basis of design and build quality, I would say Infinix has done a really good job. Like, it's a slim phone. Coming to the front, you have 6.78-inch Full HD plus 10-bit AMOLED display. Now I've seen this thing with the recent smartphone releases. If the display is flat and it has a slight curve at the edges, it is 2.5D glass. And now since this is fully curved, it is a 3D AMOLED display. Anyways, the names aside, the display quality is really nice. Like, see, I'll play the trailer of Guns N' Gulab. The color, sharpness, brightness and all are pretty nice. Plus, it has a peak brightness of 950 nits. So see, I'm outdoors now and the icon and everything is pretty visible. Besides this, there is also TUV rain lens protection. So I read about it, and it is basically a certification which means the display filters out maximum blue light. So it protects your eyes and all of that good stuff. But all of that aside, there are two highlight features with this display. First is the refresh rate. So this has a variable refresh rate. Maximum it can go 144Hz, and I say this is a highlight feature because most other phones can either do 120Hz or do 144Hz only in gaming. You know who I'm talking about. On this Infinix phones, we saw that even in normal app drawer or settings, it is at 144Hz. See here, if I go to YouTube, it is now at 60Hz, but as soon as I start scrolling, it is 144Hz. So the overall usage of the phone feels smooth. And second, it has a curved design. The display is curved and even the back is curved. Now, this is not new in this price range, but it is good to have feature. Like, it makes the phone comfortable to hold. And when you're holding the phone or reading articles, watching videos, it also gives you the sense of premiumness. And lately, this curved display is getting very popular in mid-range phones. So just a word of advice, there is always that protection issue with curved displays because you don't get proper tempered glass. And if you drop them, chances of the display breaking is more. Now, Infinix does provide you Gorilla Glass 5 protection, which should give you some level of protection, but then again, glass is glass and glass breaks. So just be careful using any phone with curved display. Plus, you do get in-display fingerprint scanner, and this is fast and accurate. Besides this, you also get dual stereo speakers with an additional grill on the top. Now, I listen to a lot of Coke Studio songs, and I would say the sound quality is nice. Now, the most important aspect of the phone is possibly the cameras, especially the 4K 60 FPS selfie video. I mean, they have it on the box. Now we'll get to that in just a moment, but first you get a 108 megapixel main camera with OIS, and I would say the pictures are nice. Like, we took these shots outdoors. Like, first of all, the pictures are sharp. We also took a few action photos in burst mode and it looks okay to me. We even took a few portrait mode photos, and see, the background blur and all is pretty good. Even the cutout. I really like this shot of me standing in the middle of the empty road. Now there is also a feature called 3x lossless zoom photo. So to test that out, we took a normal photo and then we zoomed in and cropped it to adjust it to 3x, and then we took a 3x photo. So see here, if you see side by side, the 3x lossless zoom photo looks a bit clearer and sharper. Also, you get a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and the pictures from it are decent. Like, the HDR and all is decent, fine. Okay, so coming to videos, you can do 4K 60 FPS on the main camera, and you get a 50 megapixel autofocus camera on the front that can do 4K 60 FPS. Like, it is one of the few phones to do 4K on the front camera, and it took India to land Chandrayaan 3 on the moon to get finally 4K on the front camera, but better late than never. Also, you get autofocus on the front camera. Now it is different from normal selfie cameras. Like, see, if I put my hand over here, you can see the camera focuses on my hand, and now if I remove it, it focuses on my face. So because of this, see, the selfie photos that we took has a nice background blur naturally, plus you get sharper selfie photos. Also, while taking photos, we noticed one thing. Like, see, when you're taking a selfie in the viewfinder, you see the skin tone looks a bit dull. But once you have taken the selfie, hold on, and now you see the processed photo, it slightly boosts the skin tone and makes it look more appealing. Moving on, this phone comes with Dimensity 8020 processor. The base variant starts from 8GB LPDDR4X RAM and 128GB UFS 3.1 storage. The variant that we have is 12GB 256GB storage. Now, first impressions, I do this with a lot of phones. Like if you get a WhatsApp video call, you just swipe up and there is the video call in PIP mode, and at the same time, open Google Chrome and just scroll on a website. Like sub 20,000 phone lag in this task, but see here, it is pretty smooth. Now we also ran AnTuTu benchmark, which gives a score for the entire phone, and it scored somewhere around 7.2 lakh, which is similar to Snapdragon 870, the GOAT chip. Since this is a slim phone, we also ran CPU throttling test, which runs the phone CPU at 100% all the time. So see, the entire graph is green. There is no throttling or anything as such. Now we also played BGMI for a while. You get 60 FPS at smooth graphics, and the maximum you can go is 40 FPS at HDR settings. It also has a 360Hz touch sampling rate, so that continuous firing or sliding, it makes the gameplay even more smoother. So from a performance standpoint, this phone in this price segment is pretty solid. Coming to software, this phone comes with Android 13 right out of the box, and Infinix promises 1 year of software updates and 2 years of security update, which is fine. Now the only thing with the software is the skin. So it is running Infinix own custom skin called XOS, and it has some unique features. Like see here, if I swipe on the home screen, you get a motivational quote. Reading brings us unknown friends. I can vouch for that. The other day I was reading someone's messages and it wasn't good. And this keeps changing every time you swipe, so in case you're feeling low in the day, Infinix is here to lift your spirits. Also with XOS, you get this really cool wallpaper. Like, I like this wallpaper style. See, this flower is there on the always on display. And now if I unlock, there is this cool animation and the flower blossoms into the home screen. I like that, and it's like, see, it's smooth. Another interesting thing is, I was expecting to have a lot of bloatware and ads due to the lower price, but it's strange, you do get bloatware. Like there are Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Spotify, all useful apps and not too much. And of course, if you want, you can just uninstall Facebook, because if you know, you know. Coming to the battery, I was surprised to see a 5000 mAh battery. It will easily last you one full day, but usually when they make like a slim phone, they have a 4500 mAh battery. Also, this 5000 mAh battery can charge at 68 watts, so you go like 80% in about half an hour. And by the way, charger is included in the box, so that's a good thing too. So overall, I would say, just in terms of first impression or just specs, I would put the Infinix Zero 35G in the very solid tier. Like it has all the best specs you can get at this price. But to answer the question, is this a good value for money phone in the market? Well, at 21,999 INR with bank offers and all of that, I would say that it is a solid phone for the price. And I'm not surprised, because recently everyone is buying phones around 20, 25, 30,000, and every brand wants to have a mid-range phone. And so far, I believe this is the best release of Infinix in this mid-range or mid-premium segment, and also forces other competition brands to make their phones more affordable. Let us know in the comment which phone do you want us to compare this with. We'll also do an overall comparison of phones around 20,000. It's becoming a bit confusing. Until then, see you in the next video. Pew pew.